Hi everyone! In this exercise, we will perform some operations on an image like convolutions and morphological operations in Earth Engine. So, let's start with convolutions. Convolutions are performed on single image. These are basically filters we can perform on an image. Until now, we perform filters on an entire image collection. Convolution filters are also called as low-pass filters, which are basically used for image smoothing. It is used to produce a less pixelated image. An image is smoothed by decreasing the disparity between pixel values by averaging nearby pixels. Means, in satellite images, pixels fall suddenly from high to low value, which creates a gap between pixels and creates patches of low-quality information in an image. Convolution removes these gaps and reduces high-frequency information while retaining low-quality information. For this, import single image into the script. You can select specific image using ee.image from a collection, or you can add any random image from Sentinel-2 collection using .median, like this. I will go with this code and let me comment the rest of our code, which we are not using for this tutorial. Now, to smooth this image, we have to use .convolve, which is done by using ee.kernel. A kernel is a group of pixels that moves through the image. First, you have to define a kernel. Remember, these kernels are applied to each band individually. A simple method that is used is ee.kernel.square. It creates uniform weight of pixels convolving using this kernel argument, which means to set each pixel to the mean of its neighbor. So, to define a square kernel, which is also called as boxcar, introduce a new variable with the name kernel, and then type ee.kernel.square. The arguments for this function are radius, units, and normalizing. It is like defining visual parameters to pixel in an image. These arguments to the kernels determine its size and coefficients. Basically, in curly brackets, you have to define the size and other basic properties of pixels to set image smoothing. This units parameter will be pixels because we are playing in image pixels. The radius parameter specifies the number of pixels from the center that the kernel will cover. I will go with 5, which means I will cover 5 by 5 pixels from the center. If normalize is set to true, the kernel coefficients will sum to 1. If there's any negative value in the coefficients and normalize is true, it will sum to 0. Now, smooth your image using .convolve with boxcar kernel. For this, introduce a new variable with name smooth image. Type your image name, which is S2, and then add .convolve in brackets. Type your kernel name, which is in our case kernel itself. Specify visual parameters for image and add the image into the map. Hit run. As you can see, we have one image which is sharp and other image is smooth using convolve filter. Now, moving to the next section. What are morphological operations on an image? Morphology is a comprehensive set of image processing operations that process images based on shapes. Morphological operations apply a structuring element to an input image, creating an output image of the same size. In a morphological operation, the value of each pixel in the output image is based on a comparison of the corresponding pixel in the input image with its neighbors. The most basic morphological operations are dilation and erosion. Dilation adds pixels to the boundaries of objects in an image, while erosion removes pixels and object boundaries. For this, simply define maximum and minimum focal value of kernels with any iteration value into new variable with your image like this, and then add the variable to the map. Hit run. As you can see, pixels with iterated size and shape are added to the image. So, this was all for today. Thanks for watching.